So in this very brief video, I just want to make sure that you know how to use your calculator, especially when we're doing mathematical operations, especially involving scientific notation. So in one of the lecture videos, we talk about Avogadro's number, which is 6.02 times 10 to the 23 power, which is obviously expressed in scientific or exponential notation. And a lot of you will struggle doing math. So what happens if I give you like 5.8 times 10 to the 56 molecules of carbon dioxide, and you need to find the number of moles? Well, you need to divide by Avogadro's number. Well, one of the problems is a lot of you will follow the actual directions and actually go ahead and type up, let's say 6.02 times 10. You would press 6.02, then you would multiply the times button, then you would multiply the times button, the multiplication button, followed by the 10, followed by this caret key. The caret key, folks, is this thing. All right, I'm sorry, I don't have a pointer here. The caret key is the one that has like the uptick key. Don't do that. You can use it that way, but that's just the long way. The actual way that you use scientific notation in your calculator is by this EE button, which is this blue symbol on top of the x to the -1 button in your keypad. So EE, the moment you press EE, that takes care of the times and the 10. So it takes care of the multiplication symbol and the 10. Right? So if I need to plug in 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd power, or 6.02 times 10 to the 20 molecules, I would press 6.02. Then you see that there's an E button there. Before, you cannot use the E button by itself. So you go 6.02, you press the second function, then you press the EE button, and then you just plug in 23. So that is actually how you use the scientific notation in your calculator. The other thing is, anytime you divide involving numbers that have scientific notations, you need to make sure that you enclose that whole unit. Like say we're dividing 5.6 times 10 to the 24, and we're dividing it by 6.02 times 10 to the 23. The way you do this is you put this in parentheses. You would open the parenthesis, plug in 5.8, second EE 24, close the parenthesis, divided, open the parenthesis, 6.02, second EE 23, close the parenthesis, then press the equal sign. If you do not enclose scientific numbers that are in scientific notation and you do division, what happens is it will give you all kinds of erroneous answers. So again, I hope that this very short video helps you use your Ti30x, which is the only allowed calculator typically for this class. Okay, so the EE button, right, the second EE button takes care of the times 10. And anytime you divide, you need to make sure that you enclose those whole numbers in parentheses.